Are you sure the object that you're planning to migrate is compatible with Entra ID? I mean, whatever the object attributes you have in on-premises Active Directory will synchronize with Entra ID and work properly? Not sure. If not, there are some tool that organization uses to make sure the objects are correct before synchronizing it. And towards that, we get one of the famous tool, I would say, that is IdFix. People are using IdFix to analyze their object and attributes before synchronizing it. And we also had one more tool because IdFix itself has a lot of limitation. In real world, there are very limited organization, those who are using this, because the Entra ID synchronization itself got matured, and we have some alternatives which is free of cost, no additional installation. We'll talk about it. And if I talk about the older days, the organizations were using admodify.net tool also. It is currently completely obsolete and no one is using. In this particular video, we'll explore how actually this IdFix looks like and what actually we are getting from there, how we can understand whatever it gives us. And we'll also talk about what exactly replacing this IdFix. The first point, why someone think about IdFix? Why an organization thinks about IdFix? Because it identifies object and attributes from your Active Directory which has duplicate values, invalid characters, attributes that is not compatible with Entra ID, formatting issues like UPN, proxy addresses, and it is not just identifying. It allows you to correct it by exporting those information. Means you can export this entire finding into CSV file and then make changes, update it. It doesn't mean it does everything while synchronization. It is only designed for AD cleanup before synchronizing. The other tool which I have mentioned, AD Modify Net, was designed to perform all this activity in bulk instead of doing it one by one. So you can modify thousands of objects in one go. And that tool was considered as a good bulk administration tool. But it was not Microsoft official one. There was no rule for Entra ID readiness. Now let's first see how exactly this IdFix looks like. And then I'll come to the current solutions and current approach that industries are using instead of IdFix. Let's see how this IdFix tool looks like. If you have already installed it, it will appear in your start menu. Click on start and there you will find IdFix. Installation process is very simple. You need to download this, and once you have downloaded, you need to execute this setup.exe. Now let's start this IdFix tool because we have already installed it. The first information that we are getting, that's something related to the privacy statement for IdFix only, and then click on OK. Here we got the tool, and the first thing, the important thing, you need to come to the setting, and from here you can define, you want to make the rule for multi-tenant or the dedicated one. You can define what object you want to explore that works on 3268. If you wish, you can change the port. And also you can see here your directory is listing at this place. Credential detail you can also provide at this place. Let's cancel it. And now we can make a query that will go and fetch out all the object information and provide you the error why it is not syncing. So in my case, I already have some object which has some issue. Let me click on query button. One more warning message you got. It is something related to a schema. So clearly it says the following attributes are present in the schema but are not marked for replication in the global catalog and will not be analyzed for errors. Still you want to continue, you can go yes, or before going ahead, just go to your schema and mark this attributes for global catalog. It would be better to identify. Let's click on yes without going there, without modifying it. And as you can see, it has finded some object which has some error. Now let's understand in detail what exactly it says about that findings. Here in this output, you can see each row tells you there is an error with this object and it will break the synchronization. The first thing that you see, distinguish name, that tells you where your actually object is in Active Directory. The second thing, which is common name, that tells you and provides you the information about the common name of that object. The third one is object class, that basically tells you what kind of object it is. Is it user, group, or contact? The attribute colon says what property is wrong, because object can have multiple properties. So whatever the property has wrong will give you an issue while syncing it, will get that actual property name. Then the error colon says what exactly error we are getting right now from your Active Directory object, which will have the challenge or issue while synchronizing it, and the synchronization will be rejected. The value section says the current value, whatever we have related to object, and the update column says the corrected information or the correct value that you must put for the object, so it will synchronize. So here IdFix is trying to tell you that your Active Directory will work properly in on-premises, but the cloud has some stricter rule that won't allow your object to work from the cloud Entra ID. Let's go a little bit deeper to understand how actually this IdFix tool helps you to identify those. The first two row that you see, it has attribute display name and error is coming as blank because your on-premises Active Directory designed to work with the SAM account name, so it will work properly in on-premises. But cloud will not work because in Microsoft 365 or Entra ID requires a proper identity profile. So in real world, the issue would be user will get synced, but the mailbox creation fails, or maybe the address book creation will give you the error message. So the proper fix would be what? You must have a proper name for the object. Here, the third row that you see, it has some invalid character because error type is what? Character. Means someone has created the username, as you can see, with the wrong character. Here we have and sign in this value because Entra ID has login required as email format. So invalid character breaks that authentication token. So what would be the real impact for this? User cannot sign in Teams, cannot sign in Outlooks, or maybe not sign in Portal. So you must fix it and provide a valid name without this unsupported characters. Now the last row that you see, there we are getting error called top level domain, or the domain part has some issue. This is most important in hybrid one. It works well in the on-premises environment because you can go with .local domains and we can use it. But cloud doesn't work with .local. It's public cloud. It requires a verified routable domain. Then only it will work. And if you are syncing it with the local top level domain, the user sync, but the login will get failed. They cannot find the account with that username. So actually, with the help of IdFix, we are learning. It's basically teaching us that on-premises identity is not a cloud identity. Cloud identity is completely different. In this scenario, we got few, or you can say limited object, but this IdFix is designed to provide you the other problem also. Like if you have duplicate UPN, now you can see we do have action also. So if you want to change or update the value as per their suggestion, you can do that. Or you can remove completely if you don't want. So we can go to edit and click on apply. Here it says, are you sure you wish to apply the update value for all transactions with an action? I said yes, and it got completed. Now let me go back, go to this Active Directory user and computers, go to the attribute editor and look for display name. Now we got this display name group 000006, whatever it has suggested. Now let's talk about what exactly industry is using instead of IdFix nowadays, because Microsoft has introduced and provided a lot of PowerShell CM delete for your Active Directory as well as Entra ID. Modification of attributes and object can be done through the PowerShell. For example, if we are using IdFix and to query the object to fetch the detail about the issues, we need to click on query button. That can be replaced with this PowerShell command where it collects all the user which you want to sync, similar to query. If you want to identify the invalid UPNs, so this command you can use, that will help you to identify. We don't need to go with any tool. If you want to detect missing display name, this would be your syntax through which you can identify. If you want to detect duplicate proxy addresses, this would be your syntax. Easily you can find it. If you wish to export all these findings in a CSV or any other format, yes, you can do with the PowerShell. And this would be your syntax. And the most important, if you want to remediate, yes, you can do it with the help of PowerShell, and this would be your syntax. So don't you think whatever was required and what doing with the IdFix, we can do it with the PowerShell? Why should I install and make our dependency on an additional tool? This is how the current organizations are planning their object for synchronize. I hope you got this informative. If yes, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in next.